It's cheap and it's tasty, representing what people eat on a daily basis. With our increasingly busy lives, deep-fried street food is gaining traction.
There's need for convenience in terms of accessing meals, for example, lunch and supper. So we find that on the streets, there are a lot of people that are dealing in street vended foods.
For the last 15 years, Aisha Niindora has been preparing fried, roasted and boiled fish at Mulungu Leisure Park in Machindia Division in Kampala City.
Business teyandibadde embi mu bbanga lyemaze mu byennyanja naye okusomozebwa kwe tuyina amanda ga bbeeyi ga bbula ensawo gye twagulanga emitwalo 5 saawa zino eri ku mitwalo 8.5 butto ebokisi ya mitwalo 8 gye twagulanga emitwalo 6.
Niindora uses 10 liters of cooking oil a day. However, the rise in the price of cooking oil is calling for desperate measures among street food sellers.
Gensiikame byennyanja nga 6 ku 7 butto oyo aba akyusiza kkala kyokolo muteeka bbali ne yeekenenula n'omusengeja then n'okwata lita ndala 2 ezitukula empya n'oziyiwa mu kalaayi n'osengeja kw'oli butto amaze kwekenenula n'ogattamu oli.
Now, findings released recently by researchers from the Department of Food Technology and Nutrition in the School of Food Technology, Nutrition and Bioengineering at Makerere University show that the recycled oils used by street food vendors in Kampala are unsuitable for human consumption.
Because what happens normally as you're frying or using oil is that the longer you keep it on fire, the more you use it over and over again, it starts to break down. It starts to form a number of compounds in it. Some of them are toxic, some of them change the color and make it dark.
Professor Ivan Muzira-Mukisa, a food scientist, says 50% of street food sellers are not knowledgeable about how to handle cooking oil. NTV asked Niindora what she knew about the dangers of recycling cooking oil.
Tosobola kwata butto ntaddemu lita 2 nsiisemu ngege 6 oyo butto muyiwe kati bo nga sayansi bayinza okuba nga bo mu kupima oyo butto ayinza okuba nga mukyamu kuba nze saasomera busawo ekituufu kiri nti ne butto omweru yekka omupya tasiika bulungi.
The study, carried out in the 5 divisions of Kampala City, sampled 301 street food vendors. Emmanuel Okalani, the lead researcher and a principal analyst, says 70 samples of recycled cooking oil were analyzed.
The oil is contaminated, it is abused, it is outside the recognized acceptable levels for quality parameters like peroxide value, acid value. They have gone beyond.
While street food sellers seem to know the dangers in the food they sell, the decision has always been between consumer health and the seller's profits.
Ne butto mupyalwazi naye sikiwanta ate butto ono gwe nkozeseza gwe nafumbye chemicals ezibaddemu za kakanya amaanyi gakakanya nti ate yagenda olwaza kusinga oli bwe nagize omupya. Butto bw'aba mukadde lowooza okirabye wali alina okuleeta butto omupya n'ayiwamu kuba butto omukadde bw'oba omukozeseza yekka oyo butto omukadde n'omusuulamu ekyennyanja kijja kukaayira.
So a processor will want to make money at the cost of the consumer. So they follow the approach. After all, the consumer is not aware that the food was processed using abused oil.
Dr. Stella Biachika, a food scientist, says recycled cooking oil poses grave health risks to its consumers.
Our study didn't directly look at a disease, but different authors have reported consumption of such oil to be linked to things like diabetes, cardiovascular diseases. The digestive system also gets affected. They have related them to different types of cancers because of the different degradation compounds that come into the oil.
So what choice does the lover of deep-fried street food have?
We should recommend that a consumer minimizes the consumption of such street-vended and deep-fried foods. Don't consume them on a regular basis.
Interestingly, though, the findings of the study have not officially been shared with Kampala Capital City Authority, whose health inspectors are supposed to be the vanguard when it comes to safeguarding public health in the city. Gillian Nantume, NTV Tonight.